I'll start out Leo. Obviously not the best score line, but it wasn't exactly a blowout game. 3 tries in the first 15, 2 in the last 3. How do you sort of see it from your guys' perspective?
Yeah, like it's in the first 15 minutes, we give away a lot of cheap turnovers and possession to Lions, and listen, you can see the game meant a huge amount to them, which was what we expected, and we thought the game was going to mean a lot to us as well. But they just beat us to the punch a good bit in that first 15 minutes, and suddenly it's 22-0. We don't deal the first kickoff, so they score after the first minute of the game. When a scrum penalty goes 10-0, another try, then as we're attacking in possession, we turn the ball over cheaply. They sprint in from 60 metres, and 22-0, as you say, after 15 minutes. And after that, then we have a lot of territory possession down the other end of the field, and obviously we get over, don't get the ball grounded. Again, I need to have a look back at that one. We get held up on our back over the try line, a couple of chances, missed, not straight line out. So we had so many opportunities down that end, and we just weren't clinical enough ultimately. So, if you get the score to 22, even 22-7 at halftime makes a bit of a difference for the start of the second half. Certainly if you get to 22-14, and then it's a different game, and you start to put a bit more pressure on the Lions, but we never had enough of that pressure really. And even though we started the second half pretty well, get in for a try, get in for another try, it was just, unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and we weren't accurate enough over the course of the game. And listen, I thought the Lions brought a lot of physicality to the contact area, both sides of the ball, and unfortunately for us, we weren't quite good enough.
Did what happened here last year, the way that game transpired, give you a little bit of belief, even though the scoreboard was against them?
Yeah, I don't think even at half time at 22-0, I didn't think there was no sense of panic or anything like that. It was just keep doing what we're doing, and we just needed to execute on some of the opportunities that we were creating. But unfortunately, to be fair, the Lions were very dogged in everything that they did, and as I said, we just weren't quite accurate enough across the board. And again, in terms of some of the contact work, I just thought the Lions were better than we were, unfortunately. There's a good old tough learning for our guys out there, and that's I think the quality of this tournament is getting better all the time. So it's if you're a little bit off, you can, as you say, you can get that type of scoreline. So they rush out to a strong lead at the start. We're not quite accurate enough in terms of trying to pull them in and make it a tight game. And obviously then a couple of tries in the last 2 or 3 minutes is an extra bit of a steam, I guess, in the score.
You guys struggled a little bit in the scrums over the game. Was that also a problem putting you on the back foot quite a bit?
I thought it was messy, really. Personally, I thought we would be able to paint more, do a stronger picture. I think we have a strong group there. So again, I'll have a look back at some of the things that are going on there. 1 or 2 penalties, but probably 1 or 2 penalties both ways, to be fair, I thought.
Coach, looking forward quickly, and especially with Glasgow's victory last night and potentially the Wolves, does this change your strategy for the upcoming game against the Stormers? Are you going to have to rethink what your plans were before you came to South Africa?
We will. It's everything is fluid at the moment, isn't it? So, there's a lot of work has gone in to get us in the position where we are in. So we need to bloody work hard to make sure we try and stay there and push on. So that's the piece. Because we travel away. There's obviously lots of made of squads and rotations and all the rest of them. Everyone will have a different view, won't they? But for us, is it? The model that we have, we primarily bring young players through the system, and you've got to get them experience at some point. So, and for the bulk of the season, the 18 regular URC games, we have a core group that we use, and a lot of these guys are with us here. So, we'll make some assessments. See, there was a good physical game there as well. So, a few guys a bit banged up, and we'll see how they are, and make some calls as to what we do this week. But listen, go down to Cape Town, play Stormers. It's not going to get any easier for us, is it? It's a really tough challenge down there. But that's the beauty, isn't it? The competition for us, and it's tough, and our guys need to learn sometimes some harsh lessons. So they got a pretty harsh lesson out there today. So, but the hope is always that you'll be better for that experience, as painful as it sometimes is. You've got to go through it. It was rich learning for our guys out of that experience. As I said, as painful as it is.
Cracking that code, squad rotation, is that the ultimate thing that one could do in the URC? Because it seems that everybody struggles with it.
Yeah, look, it's a challenge, isn't it? Like, and that's like you're dealing with the length of the season. So whatever, there's 18 regular season games. You have 4 Champions Cup games. There's 4 playoff games. You've still, like, if you want to win the URC, there's still another 3 knockout games, quarter-final, semi-final, final. That's a hell of a lot of top-end games, isn't it? And then when you have a lot of guys in your squad that are also playing international rugby, whether that's World Cup and Six Nations. So, like, that's the thing. You need to be able to rely on the next person up. Well, that's certainly our belief. And like, this competition means a hell of a lot to us. We've lost the last couple of semi-finals, but I know the competition has changed, but this will be one of the previous 4 years to that. So, like, it means something to us. It means a hell of a lot to us. Just like the Champions Cup means a hell of a lot to us as well. So, we'd love to be staying successful in both competitions, but it's an incredibly hard thing to do. And you see it in other sports as well that are trying to juggle. Classic. I don't know many soccer fans here, but like Champions League, and obviously we would watch a lot of Premier League football and how teams try to manage that as well. It's pretty hard going. So, and particularly with the nature of rugby and being a physical contact sport, and making sure that you're able to deliver in terms of those physical performances. So, I'm not sure anyone has the exact secret recipe, but we're all searching for it. Yes, we got ourselves in a good position. I thought we would have been better, if we had, taken a couple of those opportunities, particularly in the second half of the first half. When you get them to 22, as I said, 22-14, you're going to the sheds at half time. You're potentially having a different conversation, and you're putting a bit more pressure back in the lines. But we never really got to that point, unfortunately. So there's a lot of learning there, just about how we go about executing and being a little bit better across the board.
Okay, just check online, guys. Anyone online looking to ask a question of Leo? There's your chance.
No, there's no there.
Oh, okay, perfect. All good from the room?
No watching the
Brilliant,
board.
guys. Thanks, man.
Thanks
Very much here for Munster.